Hello, wrestling fans, boxing fans, and everybody out there. How are you? Ride time. Wrestling and boxing forever. Tony Khan. He bought Ring of Honor. He's the new owner of Ring of Honor Wrestling. So, Ring of Honor will still remain its own company. They got a pay-per-view coming up in April. But Tony Khan is now in the driver's seat. It's going to be amazing to see what he does with it from here. Now, All Elite Wrestling had Revolution this past weekend. Adam Cole, Hangman Adam Page. The world title matchup was off the wall. A lot of give and take. It was one hell of a matchup. Shouts out to both of them. Adam Page able to hold on to the world title. Britt Baker comes away with the World's Women's Championship. A new world title was displayed over the weekend. They got a new All Elite Wrestling's Women's Championship. Buddy Matthews, aka Buddy Murphy, former WWE Cruiserweight Champion, former WWE Tag Team Champion, made his in-ring debut the wrestler formerly known as Eric Rowan. The last time we saw Eric Rowan was on the memorial show for the wrestler formerly known as Luke Harper. So I think his name is Redbeard or something like that now. He's not officially signed, but he was at Revolution. The matchup with Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston. High impact from bell to bell, top to bottom, left to right. So it was a heck of a matchup. But let's get into the meat of the situation here. At the end of the Jon Moxley Bryan Danielson match, William Regal debuted for All Elite Wrestling. What a mind to have for All Elite Wrestling. The knowledge that's there, he's a mastermind of professional wrestling. And as many of you know, ROH has a new owner. And it's Tony Khan. The guy who owns All Elite Wrestling now has his hands on Ring of Honor Wrestling. ROH, Ring of Honor Wrestling, has a championship belt called the Purist Championship. And talk about purist. William Regal is one of the most purest wrestlers on the planet. Technical savage. Like, this guy knows how to grapple. He knew how to grapple, folks. Former WWE, former WWE European Champion, former Intercontinental Champion, former Tag Team Champion, former King of the Ring Award winner, former four-time WCW television champion. William, and he's got one hell of a mind for the sport of wrestling. One hell of a mind for the sport of wrestling. Kudos to Tony Khan for bringing him in. Kudos. And we also got Shane Strickland. He's all elite. He signed his contract that night. It's gonna be one hell of a night. The Crockett Cup coming soon. Nick Aldis, rematch clause. Matt Cardona, Nick Aldis has that eye of the tiger. He wants back the NWA World's title. Like my man Tim Storm said, that is the mountaintop, his mountaintop. But I guess Nick Aldis has real estate on that mountaintop now, and he wants to get back there. He wants to get back to the mountaintop. So the Crockett Cup is going to be one hell of a card altogether. The Junior Heavyweight Championship will be decided in a fatal four-way. Austin Aries, Darius Lockhart, Kobe Carino, and Homicide. One of those four guys will be the Junior Heavyweight Champion of the world coming out of the Crockett Cup. Speaking of the Crockett Cup, Camille will find herself in a triple threat match. Chelsea Green, Kylie Ray. Camille's a badass. And she doesn't plan on leaving the Crockett Cup without her championship. So, don't count that girl out. I don't care how many people you got with you. The television champion will be defending his championship as well. It's unknown at this time who he will be defending against, but he will be defending his championship. And it's unknown if the national champion will be on the card. But let's get into the tag team tournament. The Briscoe brothers, the La Rebellion, Doug Williams, and Davey Boy Smith Jr. He'll take the place of Nick Aldis. And Davey Boy Smith Jr. will team up with Doug Williams. Elijah Burke, and the Pope. Elijah Burke and Mims. there'll be a tag team. Marche Rocket, Jordan Clearwater, Matt Taven, and Matt Taven and Mike Bennett will be a part of the Crockett Cup. The Fixers, The End. The list goes on and on, folks. The WWE is getting ready for WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar will take on Roman Reigns in a unification bout. And they will have one champion, but people are saying in the rumor mill that it's just a short-term thing, and it's just a short-term thing. It's just a short-term thing. People said it was just a short-term thing. Rumors are going around that the guy formerly known as Cesaro is going to sign with All Elite Wrestling, or could it be that Cesaro goes to ROH, Ring of Honor Wrestling? Who knows? There's a rumor going around that Jeff Hardy's going to be in. Jeff Hardy's going to be a part of All Elite Wrestling as well. Again, just in a rumor mill. It wouldn't surprise me if they do sign the guy who was formerly Cesaro, that they put him in ROH Wrestling, Ring of Honor Wrestling, because Ring of Honor is responsible for guys like not only Cesaro, but Kevin Owens, Bryan Danielson, AJ Styles, Samoa Joe, Jay Lethal, Low Key is another one. So ROH has a rich history. Christopher Daniels, even the wrestler now known as Seth Rollins had a stint in ROH Wrestling. Speaking of which, there's going to be a triple threat matchup for the World Tag Team Champions, for the World Tag Team titles. I believe it's tonight on Raw. Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, Alpha Academy, and RK Bro. It should be one hell of a triple threat. Like I said in my last video, we crowned a new United States champion in Finn Balor, and he defeated Damian Priest. And Damian Priest is doing the heel turn. Ricochet is now a Intercontinental champion. He defeated Sami Zayn. A former United States champion, now an Intercontinental champion as well. It's going to be an exciting time for professional wrestling. Shouts out to Going the Distance. He's a guy who always, the person behind Going the Distance, that person always shows me love and shows a lot of love and support for Ride Time, Wrestling and Boxing Forever. Shouts out to everybody who supports me. Shouts out to my friends, my supporters, everybody who loves me. The person from Going the Distance always says, he told me to be inspired and inspire others. Well, words of inspiration: stay safe, healthy, stay safe and healthy, and take care of the loved ones, and tell people that you love them. Those are just words of inspiration. Ride Time, Wrestling and Boxing Forever. I'm out.